Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Stitches and Stencils. So fun fact, got my sewing machine set up so I am ready to go. Now I just have to figure out what stencil I'm using and I guess figure out the rest of the layout too. Anyway, let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so this was the stencil of the month for August for Scrapping Reflections. And it's just a line stencil that has some little circles in it. So kind of like beads almost. Just a really cool pattern that I think could be awesome layering up a bunch of different colors. But then I thought, you know what would be cool is if I sewed over these stencil lines. I think that would be really cool. So I grabbed two of my ink blenders and I just went over them quickly in a green color and a teal color. And look at that. That would be so amazing, layering up more colors, I think. But anyway, I stopped there because I wanted to sew. So I'm going to go ahead and sew every single one of these lines. Now, this is not very exciting stuff right here. This is riveting YouTube, guys, I'm telling you. Anyway, this sewing machine is awesome. I like the feel of it. I like the heft of it. I couldn't get my bobbin thread to come up from underneath for a second. But that's because I set it up like my old machine and I just had to flip the bobbin thread through the other side, basically. So anyway, the machine is completely set up and I am running just white thread, as you can see the thread in the top, just over top of my stenciled lines here. Now I want to take the time, this series is a series that I do with MK of Some Assemblage Required and Janet of Galaxy Girl Creations, and this is something that we dreamed up while we were at retreat together, so it's a fun thing. Even though I don't get to see these ladies often enough, it's fun to do a series once a month with them. I don't know, to feel that scrapbooking buddiness, I guess. Now I was kind of a goofus and I should have turned my paper over instead of rolling it to fit it through where the presser foot and the side of the machine went, but you know, I wasn't thinking about those things when I was actually doing it. Watching me do it here makes me realize that what a dumb moment. So anyway, it did come with a dust cover, so I threw that dust cover on it real quick before I went and sat it on the other side of the table because I don't know where it's gonna live yet, guys. I'm not exactly sure. So I have this jelly bean soup kind of radiant circle paper here, and I've already used the other half on another layout, so this one has just been kind of waiting for me to do something with it, and I thought this would be the moment to do something with it. Now I'm giving my paper a haircut. I am cutting off some of the loose threads. I did not reverse over my threads. I don't care if the threads pop out. I don't care if it gets a little fuzzy in there. It's not a big deal to me. Actually, I think it might even look a little bit cooler if some of the threads kind of popped out. The photo here is the house that is at the Kincannon Winery in Livermore, California. It is a beautiful house. You can't go in it, but you can look on the outside of it. It was in a really little known movie. I can't remember what the name of the movie is, so if you ever need it to see the inside of the house, parts of it were shown in that movie, but I can't remember what it was. Factoid trivia, I just don't remember. Okay, so I've pulled out a couple of embellishment boxes, and I'm just going to do some light embellishing on this bad boy. I feel like the background is a lot, and not a lot in an overwhelming way, or a lot in that there is a ton to look at. I mean, there's a lot of lines going on here, right? Like, we got the circular lines, we've got the horizontal lines, so the things are all there. I did want to kind of camouflage the bottom of this photo. I guess I could have just cut it off, but you know, again, didn't think of it at the time, thinking of it now while I'm talking to you guys. So I am going to camouflage that. They're just the edges of some tables and chairs that were on the lawn. So it's not like I'm covering up anything super important. So I'm trying to figure out how to just add a little bit of color, maybe a little bit of different texture in, some light layering, just to give the layout a little bit of a different feel. And how many times can I say little bit in this video? It might as well be a drinking game, since we're scrapbooking the winery. But I did want something there. I didn't want to inundate this layout with florals. There are very few florals that are peeking through, and I'm totally good with that. And this has nothing to do with the fact that I talked about using florals on all my layouts before. I really didn't want to go the florally route with this. I wanted it to kind of be not florally and kind of like, I wanted the lines to really just show forth. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So now I'm going to figure out something else that I can put in this corner to finish camouflaging that edge of the photo. And it's going to be these two hearts. Now the word phrases say simplicity, and it also says our happy place. It's supposed to be our happy place for a home sweet home collection, but you know what? I think it can work this way too. Finally, what I'm going to do is sprinkle a little gold chroma mist on there, and that's going to give me my little bit of something that will finish off the layout for me. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Thanks for listening to my disjointed rambleness for today's video, because it's kind of all over the place. But there you can see the stitching through the stencil lines up close. And that's going to do it for this layout. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.